The world has many good people, but there are also some who don't consider being good an honor and don't want to be good. Instead, they want to be themselves at any cost. This exactly describes the man in our story. Raja always wanted to be himself and has suffered a lot for it. His nickname was the Ninja. The work of ninjas was sabotage and subversion, and in that sense, Raja was a real ninja. Raja's father left his family when he was young, which changed Raja's life path. But this wasn't the end of the story. He also lost his mother in 2010 and got two wings tattooed on his back in her memory. He loved getting tattoos. Since childhood, Raja had talent in two things: one, contrary behavior, and two, football. Eventually, he became a footballer, but a rebellious one. Betting, driving offenses, and breaking club rules were part of his life. He would fearlessly post pictures of himself smoking on social media and would get a tattoo for every heavy loss he had suffered in betting. The former sports director of Roma once said, Raja was the most rebellious footballer he had ever seen, and he was right. After shining in Euro 2016, he was deprived of the 2018 World Cup and reaching the semi-finals due to these same antics. The coach of the Belgium national team, Martinez, stated that Raja's non-selection was tactical, but everyone knew Raja was fully prepared, and the reason for his non-selection was something else. But when Raja was excluded from everywhere, he had one refuge, the Olympic Stadium in Rome. Roma fans loved Raja, and Raja loved Roma. Nainggolan was outstanding in defensive duties and alongside De Rossi, formed a dream duo in Rome. He always controlled the midfield. He also delivered many assists to his teammates. All of these made Raja a complete player. The number of goals Raja scored wasn't high, but most of his goals were super goals. Raja's goals were not ordinary, just like his lifestyle. Even when playing for Cagliari, he scored the best goal of the 2019 Serie A season, which is shown later in this video. But ultimately, due to disregarding club rules, despite his popularity, he was expelled from Roma, bidding a bitter farewell to Roma fans. Spalletti, who was the coach of Inter at that time, trusted him and brought him to Inter. Raja always hated Juventus. His goal against Juventus was the most valuable goal of his life, according to him. But even at Inter, he couldn't repay the trust of the coach and fans. And again, due to his disruptive nature and frequent injuries, he was sidelined from the team, proving once again that football is not a place for disruptors. He left Inter at the age of 30. A few years ago, Wilmots, the former coach of Belgium, said it was Raja's choice to end his football career at the age of 30, and he had no problem with it. Strangely enough, Wilmots' prediction turned out to be true. From that moment on, the predicted downfall began, and with his move to Cagliari, he has slowly faded from memory. However, this goal will never be forgotten, as it was voted the best goal of the year in Italy. Raja had turned into a setting sun. Football had shown its rough side to Raja. It proved to everyone that a professional player is not successful only on the field, but his entire life should be professional. Raja was a professional footballer, but he never tried to change his behavior to have a professional life outside the field. Raja always wanted to be loved for who he was, but this was not possible, as his actions clashed with the team's objectives. Nainggolan eventually went to Antwerp. Even there, Raja did not give up on scoring beautiful goals, but the story of his professional football career had come to an end forever. This story was the foreseeable downfall of a disruptive star who, if only he had respected the rules a little, would probably be playing for a big team right now at the age of 35, forming an excellent duo with Kevin De Bruyne in the national team.